Welcome, welcome, welcome. See, Roger Goodell can't get rid of us, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Welcome to the Crescent City Connection hosted by your boy, me, T5. On today's show, we're going to talk a little Saints football. They're on the schneid, but things could be looking up. We're going against the Bucks, but things could be looking up because it could be Rattler season. Let's discuss. Then we're going to go and talk a little college football. It's Saturday, baby. Ole Miss, LSU, Death Valley. Let's discuss. Plus, we're going to go all around Louisiana, talk about the college scoreboard. But we're also going to talk a little high school for a change. You'll see. And then, of course, we're going to talk a little Pels. The Pelicans are back, baby. Is it Zion season? We're going to see a little Hawk? What's up with that? What's up with the Pels? What's going on with the Pels over there? And, of course, the real reason you all showed up, yeah, we know, you know, we're going to talk about Northwestern State, baby. Woo! Let's go, Demons. Joking. But before we get into any of that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to holler at our sponsors to help keep the heat and the lights on, the lovely people at Seal the Deal Wax Seals and Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. And of course, our favorite, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Here, powering your new home for the Crescent City Connection. Louisiana Sports, newest show for Louisiana Sports. You heard?
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, Single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to our lovely sponsors, Miss Cecilia B, Seal the Deal Wax Seals, and of course, Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. When that care package comes in, I'm going to let y'all know. You'll probably can tell because I'll probably have the Kool-Aid smile on my face. And of course, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. You can follow them here. You can follow me on X here and on my personal page here, where I get busy on there too. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're going to get right up to it. Saints football, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it's been kind of rough for the Who Dat Nation, man. Not going to lie. We've been kind of divisive as of late. Some people ready to abandon ship and cast off DA and get rid of Derek Carr, even though they know good and well the offensive line is banged up, and that's basically the main reason. But it is what it is. Let's not burn the dome down yet, man. It's still time. The Chiefs game did not go as well as we thought it would. Actually, it wasn't as bad. We were still in a position to win. And, man, it just didn't work out that well. Derek Carr ended up not finishing the game. He got banged up. He left. And Jake Hayner came in. Second-year quarterback, Jake Hayner, came in, and he didn't do too bad, but, still too out of hand. We lost by 2. The thing about it is, the bright side, if any, is that the defense didn't let Pat Mahomes go crazy on us. That's been the thing. If the offense wasn't banged up, the offensive line wasn't banged up the way it is, all these games were winnable. The Eagles game came down to last-minute touchdown. We dropped the ball. Excuse me. McCoy went out first drive, and that just spelled the end from Jump Street. Eagles defensive line was able to just rush in on us and just go crazy on us. We couldn't run the ball. We couldn't stop their pass rush. It was just crazy. But we still had a chance to win. Falcons game, once again, we shot ourselves in the foot. We spotted them 14 points with the Rashid Shaheed fumble on the punt and the interception pick 6. Other than that, they didn't score any touchdowns. Self-inflicted wounds. And then you got this game right here, the Chiefs game. Once again, we played solid defense. We just needed to score some more points. But because we had, issues on the offensive line, we could not produce. Excuse me. But man, we got the Bucks coming in this week, and it's not going to get any nicer. The Bucks may have a terrible defensive rating, like 29 out of 32 in total defense, but they're getting some help back. Kalijah Cansey defensive lineman should be coming back, might be coming back, and not for nothing, the rest of the defensive line is already doing pretty good, generating pass rush. So that could be a problem, especially for our banged up offensive line. If we could somehow block, then we could eat their secondary up. And this week, it won't be blocking for Derek Carr because, like I mentioned earlier, he left the Chiefs game with an oblique injury, and that leads us into the hot topic of the week. It's Rattler season, everybody. Rookie quarterback Spencer Rattler. Controversial rookie quarterback Spencer Rattler. Not for anything bad, but controversial because for the whole offseason, everybody's been, is it Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler? Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler. Who should be the number 2 quarterback in case Derek Carr goes down? We saw Jake Haener go in at the end of the Chiefs game. That was mostly because they already had the Derek Carr clone game plan in. But now that we had a week to prepare, it'll be Spencer Rattler because he has his own set of plays that they're going to set up for him. Shout out to Coach Kubiak. So, a lot of people got their wish. A lot of Derek Carr haters got their wish. We're going Spencer Rattler, and we're going to see what the young dude's got. I was high on him in the draft when we got him. It was a surprise. And, hearing his story, I was very surprised because, South Carolina, their offensive line was T-Rash. And this dude made lemon cake out of lemons, straight up. And kind of, sort of, our offensive line right now without McCoy and Ruiz and maybe even without Lucas Patrick. Right now, our offensive line is kind of the same way, man. So who's better suited to run this offense? Spencer Rattler. Now, we have about, 5 injuries on the out 5 players out, indefinitely out. And that would be we already know Eric McCoy's on IR. Cesar Ruiz, he did not practice. Lucas Patrick is questionable. Linebacker Pete Warner's out. Willie Gay is back though, so that's good. We'll have him and DeMario. How about I use the dang notes for a change, ladies and gentlemen? Good afternoon from the Extreme Mile. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was kind of reading that. Shout out to the host of the Extreme Mile, or one of our shows here on the IE Sports Radio Network. Good afternoon to you too. I'm trying to be a professional, ladies and gentlemen. Taysom Hill is out with is still out with that not oblique injury. It's more of an abdominal injury, like the ribs, I believe. Derek Carr is out. Pete Werner is out. Safety Will Harris is out. And I already spent the aforementioned Cesar Ruiz is still out, but I think a knee injury. Lucas Patrick is questionable. If we can get Lucas Patrick, great, super, because we're going to need help with that interior help. And oddly enough, running back Kendre Miller has been cited at practice. A Kendre Miller cited? What? You don't say. Tell me more. Yeah, Kendre Miller's been activated off the pup. Well, actually off of IR. We haven't seen him since the start of training camp because the dude got hurt on the first day of training camp. If anybody should have been eating in this Kubiak offense, it should have been Alvin Kamara and that dude. And he's been out. We have not seen him a lick. But he's been full practice for the whole week. He's been listed as questionable. Will he get some playing time? We don't know. If it's not this week, it'll definitely be next week. And of course, oh man, yeah, last week when I was absent, Saints signed offensive lineman Connor McGovern off of the Jets practice squad, and he has familiarity with our O-line coach John Bitton, and because of that, we waived wide receiver A.T. Perry. I don't even know if we even tried to get him back and put him on the practice squad. But we did waive A.T. Perry, and Connor McGovern was on the way to London with to meet the Jets. And when he got the call that he was being scooped off the practice squad, so he last minute came to the Saints. And he has familiarity with all over the interior offensive line, which we need. And he was basically almost like ready to retire if he didn't get a good offer. And bless his heart, because we need all the help we can get on that line. Man, as for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got to watch out. The defense is kind of sketchy. They got kind of ran on by the Falcons. So if the Falcons could definitely run on them, we can definitely, we need to run on them. We need to establish the run. It's the offense you got to worry about. Man, Baker Mayfield. Oh, Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, boy, you better watch out for that Baker Mayfield. That boy's out here spinning the ball, man. Spinning the ball. They got rid of their old offensive coordinator, and this new cat, man, I don't know about him, man. We gotta watch out. We gotta watch out for that Liam Cohen dude. We gotta watch out for this cat. Man, it's like everybody is snatching dudes off of the Rams or the 49ers coaching tree. Like, we went and got Clint Kubiak, they went and got Liam Cohen, and meanwhile, and even the Falcons went and got somebody. The only one who ain't get anybody is the Carolina Panthers. They're like, oh no, bro, we're good where we're at. Shout out Carolina, don't never change. What was I saying? Yeah, Baker freaking Mayfield, dude. They run a lot of bunch sets, and they scheme guys open. Watch their running back. He's supposed to be the second running back, but watch running back Biscuit Irvin. I call him Biscuit. I guess his name is Bucky. You're a grown ass dude. I'm not calling you Bucky. Biscuit Irving. Watch him out the backfield, and he's scheming dudes open. They're scheming. They're doing what the other coordinator wasn't doing with Chris Godwin. They're scheming them open. That's how they hit that slant on the Falcons. Well, actually, it was the Falcons hit the slant on him. But earlier in that game, they hit a fire slant with Chris Godwin, scheming them open. They're putting them in bunch sets, scheming dudes open. So we just got to make sure that if it's one thing that the Saints get burnt on, it's these bunch sets where they're setting these fire picks on people. That's one thing we get burnt on a lot, i.e. the Eagles game with Dallas Goedert. Y'all, if you know, you know. That dude, man, they did that on us. So we definitely got to watch out for that. And like the Buccaneers have a good passing offense, and an underrated pass defense. But their run defense is pretty poor. Like I was saying before, we need to get Alvin going, and if Kendre Miller can go, get him going too, man. We're gonna be without Taysom. That's a heavy hit, but you gotta learn how to play without him because he gets injured, man. It happens. So we're gonna have to, learn how to play without Taysom sometimes and let Alvin eat. The Buccaneers are ranked 17th in points against, and they are 30th in total yards against per game, 28th in passing yards, and they are 16th in rushing yards per game, and they are 13th in interceptions, which means their secondary is pretty underrated. Antoine Winfield, if he's playing, you got to watch out for him. The thing is, they can be ran on. They can be scored on. We just got to protect up front. That's the name of the game. We got to protect up front. That's the big thing. The defense can get busy. Chase Young, Grando, Breezy, he's leading the team in sacks right now. It's been a long time since the defensive tackle has been leading the team in sacks. The only advantage we really have other than the dome is that the Bucs had to come in on short notice. We had a short schedule because of the Monday Night Football game. They've had basically almost 10 days off, but they had to get here early because of Hurricane Milton. Shout out to everybody from the Florida area or the East Coast has been dealing with that hurricane and everything. Thoughts and prayers to y'all folks. Hope everybody's doing up. But yeah, the Buccaneers had to come to New Orleans a lot earlier, and that threw them off their schedule, to make sure them and their families were, straight from the hurricane. And that's about the only advantage, if anything, the Saints really have. And it's going to be popping because, like I said, it's Rattler season, baby. We're gonna have to establish the run and make sure the young quarterback is protected. Get him some easy throws, let him get some good completions in, and if we're gonna let him spin the ball, you gotta protect him. And then let him do his thing. Ease him into it. Get him a nice easy drive going. Get Alvin going. Run that rock. And then you can start to use play action, get him going, let him scramble a little. And once he starts getting in there, let him ease into it, man. And that's it for Saints talk. If you have any comments, thoughts, feelings, or anything, leave them in the comment section. And we'll talk about it on air. How's about that? Because you are the connection, the Crescent City connection. And I love you for that. We're gonna handle a little break. And we will return. We're gonna talk a little Northwestern football, baby. That's why you showed up, didn't you? Nah, I'm just kidding. We're gonna talk a little college. It's Saturday. You know what that means. College football, baby. LSU, Ole Miss, Death Valley at night. Come on. You know you love it. We'll discuss on the other side of this break. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Yes, sir.
What's good, everyone? It's Drewski, the host of Part of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. On this station, we cover everything in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. From we cover the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, Dallas Mavericks, Dallas Wings, Texas Rangers, TCU, SMU, we cover it all right here every Wednesdays from 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you stay live with me on the Heart of Texas Sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, are you in the market for Florida sports or just keeping up with the latest in the Panhandle? Palm Tree Sports is a dedicated audio hub to all things sports in the Sunshine State. We cover current events, big news, heavily favored opinions all across the NFL, NBA, MLB, and so much more. So come check us out every Saturday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For a down south education on Florida sports and athletics, it's hosted by yours truly, Corey Pujols, and is powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome back to the channel, the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, where you can also find those shows. Shout out to the homie Drewski in Dallas. We like to get Dallas brief, but you know, they're good people. And shout out to Corey Pujols, ladies and gentlemen. Palm Tree Sports, also found on the IE Sports Radio Network. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we're going to get into college. So what do you want to talk about? First and foremost, we're going to give you a little college football scoreboard recap. Last week went hard, man. Let's talk about it. Last week, LSU and La Tech were on a bye. They had the rest up, you know, chilly, acting silly. But Tulane didn't have a bye. Woo, man. Tulane, 71. UAB. Oh, Lord Jesus. UAB, 20 points. Let's stop and talk about this for a second. If you come into my home stadium and beat me, drop 71 on me, oh, somebody's got to fight. Oh, no. Oh, no, brother. No way, brother. Shout out to Tulane. Shout out to Coach Summerall. I hope y'all got home safe, because you can't be playing Pump the Party on UAB in UAB Stadium. I understand everybody left early, but man, y'all lucky. Y'all lucky everybody left early. They were like, you know what? We ain't winning this game. Let's go home. Let's go home and get some wings. Y'all got this. Hey, Tulane, y'all got this. Turn the light off when you leave. Put the key back under the rug. Y'all got this. Y'all have fun. Y'all got the run of the stadium, bruh. 71 points, dude. Darian Mensah, he didn't put up like crazy numbers, but this is the thing. He didn't turn the ball over either. That's what you got to do, man. run that rock and spin the ball. And they did their thing. Darian Minson went 12 for 15, 134 yards and a tutty. Ty Thompson came in, the backup quarterback, 2 for 3, 46 yards and a tutty. Mekhi Hughes. Cat had 15 attempts, 119 yards and 2 tutties. They had bruh, I keep saying this. It's ridiculous. The disparity. UAB had 305 total yards. Tulane had 497 yards. That was just total. Rushing yards. UAB, 75. Tulane had 317 yards. 317 rushing yards to your 75. They ran the ball on y'all, and that's just being polite. Passing yards. Wow, UAB, you had 230 passing yards to Tulane's 180. Good on you. Did that help you win the game? Nope, it most certainly did not. Dang. And then every time, for some reason, it seemed like every time I turned around, Tulane was getting a sack or a turnover. So that didn't help any either. So shout out to the Green Wave. Y'all earned this break, bro, because y'all out here doing the most. I hope y'all got home safe because y'all was out here partying. Y'all was playing Pump the Party. Hey, if you know, you know. If you're from New Orleans or from Louisiana and you listen and you know 90s bounce music, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, you can't be doing that in somebody else's stadium, man. That's mad disrespectful. But shout out to you to let you do it. You go on and do it. Let's continue. SLU with a W. Going on. Shout out to the alma mater, Southeastern. SLU 21. Texas A&M Commerce 9. Nicholls State 51 on Southern. Jaguars Southern. Southern 7 points. McNeese, them Cowboys, got the brakes beat off of 22. Houston Christian 43. ULM, man, ULM's been on kind of a roll, man. 21. James Madison 19. Them Cajuns, another team that's been on a roll. UL Lafayette, the home team, 23. USM, Southern Miss, 13. Grambling, man, this was a Donnybrook. They just fell short. I think they went to double OT and they just fell short against Prairie View. Grambling, 34. Prairie View, 36. And of course, what everybody's been waiting for. You've been waiting for it. Your baby mama's been waiting for it. The next door neighbor's been waiting for it. Everybody's been waiting to hear this one. Our new favorite pastime. How much did Northwestern State lose by? Just think of the Sonic the Hedgehog Casino Nights music and think of that. We can't afford that right here, not right now. But just picture that. That's what I was going for. Northwestern 17. Stephen Austin, of all schools, 59 points. Let's talk about it. Northwestern State, you got to stop embarrassing us like this, dude. Seriously. 2 weeks in a row you got shut out. One of the games you let a team drop 70-something points on you, and now you let Boo Boo the Fool, no, not even Boo Boo, you let the Girl Scouts B Squad, while the main squad was out there selling cookies, you let the Girl Scouts of America B Squad come in and drop 50 on you. Why are we still doing this? You see, it's the mascot name. You're the Demons. At some point, you need to look in the mirror and think about this. Maybe God trying to tell you something. Y'all need to change that mascot name because it ain't working out for y'all. Seriously. Demons is not working out for y'all. Y'all need to pray on that one because y'all out here getting y'all the brakes beat of y'all every weekend. Y'all is embarrassing us, bruh. To quote the late great Pimp C, cut that monkey out, you're embarrassing us. You is embarrassing us, dude. Southeastern, at least they got a win on them. When's the last time y'all won anything? Y'all was owing $1 million. Y'all wasting these people time, bro. Y'all out here wasting these people come to see they children play and get their butt. I ain't driving. I am not driving that far out to watch my hypothetical children get beat every week like this. No. We is going to a JUCO school for all that, man. Oh boy. That's my Northwestern State rant for the week, ladies and gentlemen. If you're an alumni of Northwestern State and you would like to leave a message to me in the comments, do so. We want to hear from you. Voice your grievances. Am I going too hard on them? Am I not going hard enough? Leave it in the comments. But we're going to do a little preview for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just Thursday, La Tech off that bye week. They were well rested, very well rested. 48 points on Middle Tennessee State to their 21. They were doing the business. Shout out to the Bulldogs. And today we have Texas A&M Commerce taking on the aforementioned Northwestern State. Northwestern State, do something with your life, bro. Please do something with yourself. Have some dignity, man. Anyway, Southeastern takes on Houston Christian at 2 p.m. Alcorn State takes on Grambling. SWAC football at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Southern Miss at ULM, 4 p.m. Nicholls State takes on Incarnate Word. Southern Jags take on Texas Southern at 6 p.m. App State at the Cajun Dome. The Cajun Dome down the block at 6:30. And of course, what we're really going to talk about, Ole Miss, LSU, Tiger Stadium, Death Valley, 100 years of Death Valley. Tonight, prime time. That's what we're going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, with the bye week, good old McNeese and Tulane off of wins get to take a bye week. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Tiger football. As my homie Key would say, let them play neck. Shout out to the homie. We're taking on Ole Miss. Number 9, Ole Miss, 5-1. LSU, 4-1. Number 13. Shout out to Georgia and Alabama for beating the crud off of each other 2 weeks in a row, eliminating themselves not eliminating themselves, but number one, then former number one. And shout out to Vandy for helping a brother out. Seriously, cannot make this stuff up. Alabama beat Georgia, that was number one. Vanderbilt beat Alabama, that was number one. If we can beat Ole Miss, then LSU is right back in the top 10 again. And I'm here for it. Things to watch out for. Oh, man. Both have potent offenses. Not going to lie. The Rebels is out here doing the business. But they have the edge in defense. They're allowing like 1.9 yards per carry. You is not running the ball on these guys. And their pass rush is actually pretty good. They have like 23 sacks, if I'm not mistaken. And our defense is getting better every other week. It's getting better. It's slow building, but it's getting there. But they're a little bit ahead of us. Both offenses are spinning the ball. And, of course, we're coming off a bye. And the Rebels have played 6 straight games. But we're coming off of a bye. So that's also something you might want to look into. Man, the Rebels could be without one of their top pass catchers. You might also want to look into that. And we're going to be without a couple of pass catchers as well. Man, like we've been getting hit with the injury bug, like the season-ending injury bug. Luckily, not on the wide receiver spot. But we got to protect Nuss, let him spin the rock, and we got to establish the run. Because they've been holding dudes out, making sure cats do not run that rock. But it is Ole Miss. They have not won in Tiger Stadium since 2008. Man, that's a long time. And of course, it's Death Valley at night, prime time when the lights get big. So it's gonna be fire. And something different that we're doing in conjunction with the college schedule, the college scoreboard, is a little high school. We're going to give a little high school shout outs. The top 5 teams in the state, about to say the city. Nah, in the state. We're going to go backwards. Number 5, Archbishop Rummel. Number 4, Central High out of Baton Rouge. Number 3, local cats from Lafayette, Acadiana. Ooh, it was a wrecking round. Number 2, Edna Carr. We meet again. Shout out to Edna Carr. They've been tearing up for a long time, and ain't nothing changed. Sky blues, water's wet, and Edna Carr's doing business. And number 1 that I didn't even know till recently, Ruston High. What? 6-0, number 1 in the state? Is you serious? What? Word? Can we see these cats in the dome? What? Oh, shout out to Ruston. Man, La Tech's doing business. Ruston's doing business. Man, Ruston's getting busy out there, man. What y'all got in that water, bro? Y'all out here doing the business. Shout out to Ruston. And that is the top 5 in the state at the moment. Uno momento. And that's it for college football. A little breakage. But we will return, ladies and gentlemen. Basketball is pretty much back which means let's talk a little Pels, baby. Is it Zion season? We'll discuss on the other side of this break. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Yes, sir.
Are you a fan of Buffalo sports? Are you thinking of changing loyalties and becoming a Buffalo sports fan? Do you even know where Buffalo is on the map? Did you know Canada is closer to Buffalo than New York City? Welcome to the Buffalo Huddle, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your host, Patty Bax. This is a podcast designed for you, the passionate sports fan. I know you love your sports. Who doesn't? I cover Buffalo sports and so much more by bringing in the human elements. I call it Buffalo Sports with a Twist. Join me as we take a journey into the world of Buffalo sports. I guarantee you'll fall in love with Buffalo just like I did. Each week we start with an inspiration, question of the day, a Buffalo fun fact, and our weekly challenge to you, the listener. Come huddle up with me. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for the Buffalo Huddle with Patty Bax on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As we say in Buffalo, go Bills!
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris is the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Shout out to Buffalo, the folks in Buffalo, Bills Mafia. Hey, don't let the smooth taste fool you. Miss Patty is part of the Bills Mafia out there at tailgates, putting folks through tables. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Nah, but shout out to Buffalo Sports. Check out the show. Shout out to Cash and Chris. It's always sunny in Philly. No hard feelings. Y'all beating us up a couple of weeks ago. Support the show, ladies and gentlemen. Philly Sports is up right now. Speaking of up, let's talk about the Pels, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And somebody should be up. Man, who? The homie, GTA, a.k.a. Jose Alvarado, getting a contract extension, signed a 2-year, $9 million deal, contract extension with the Pels. The $2 million is non-guaranteed salary for this year is now guaranteed. So the homie's getting the pay bump. Congratulations to GTA. He's been like part of the heart and soul of the team ever since we signed him about 3 years ago with that draft class from Trey Murphy and not on Herb Jones. Man, that's been like one of the best draft classes we've had in a long time. He was undrafted, and now he's getting paid. So shout out to the homie Jose, a.k.a. GTA, Grand Theft Alvarado. And let's talk Orlando Magic. Yeah, that's right. I said it. That's what we played. This week, we had a preseason game versus Orlando Magic. The Pels pulled it off 106-104, but the win is preseason. The thing we want to talk about is Zion. Is it Zion season, ladies and gentlemen? Man, Zion put up 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals in a short amount of playing time. We got him some rest in there so we get some of the other guys in. Zion was looking fit as a fiddle and locked in, man. I think Zion's going to do some damage. If he can stay healthy, that's always been the thing. If he can stay healthy, that's been the biggest thing. But he's looking good, man. He's looking lean, looking mean, man. And not for nothing, he's got a little help there. Jordan Hawkins is entered the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, last year's first-round pick, UConn Husky, Jordan Hawkins, 18 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 5 for 8 field goals, 2 for 5 threes. He's showing that he's not just a 3-point shooter. He's getting to the cup. He's evolving. And it's up to Willie to go ahead and get the man some playing time. The man is showing that he's evolving, man. And he's not just a 3-point threat. And the Pelicans have said they want to get more threes up, at least 40 threes a game. That's the man to help do it. And shout out to newest Pelican, forward/center Daniel Tice, who put up 13 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 steals. The man's showing that, yeah, he may be like a backup, like people think of him as backup status. The man's putting up, he's doing the work. He's doing what he has to do, man. He's doing what we're asking him to do. Now, we were supposed to have a game yesterday in Orlando, but of course, because of hurricane, had to be canceled. So our next game won't be until Miami, Sunday. So we'll have more for you there. Other than that, the Pelicans signed Josh Oduro and Elfrid Payton to actual deals. They signed them off they signed Oduro. The 6'9" Oduro played for the Pels 2024 Summer League team, averaging 4 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists in 2 appearances. And he's another wing. He's another wing that most likely probably play a little forward/center because they're going with the small ball lineup they're going to tinker with. And because of that, they once again waived Matt Ryan again. And also Adonis Arms. Both were on non-guaranteed training camp deals, and they were waived to make room for the other 2. Sunday, October 13th, will be at Miami. And our season opener will be October 23rd versus the Chicago Bulls. And in case you're wondering, no, Brandon Ingram will not be playing against the Heat, but he will be playing in the last game versus, I believe, the Houston Rockets. And that's all we got for you for the Pelicans, man. That's all I got for you. Because somebody we couldn't play this, they couldn't play Friday. But ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. I'm not gonna say that because they're making enough money off of people. I am definitely not gonna give them any help. The mouse is making enough money off of people. I'm not gonna help them out. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we've had a lot of fun. We've had some yucks at Northwestern's expense. Hopefully, you got some information that you didn't have before, especially the ops is out there. Look at who in the comments section. I know you're out there. I know you are. And of course, shout out to the fam. You, the Crescent City Connection, always coming in, chiming in. Hey, you like to get your stuff ready? Your shots out, your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your shout outs, leave it in the comments section. Wherever you find your lovely podcast, that's where you find your boy. That's right. I'm out there too. Wherever you find your podcast, Apple, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Amazon, YouTubes, the Instagrams, you find all of them, you'll find me and all the other lovely people at IE Sports Radio. Also, not for nothing, you can follow us on all your social medias at iesportsradio.com. Also, you can follow me at Crescent City _IE on the X. You can also follow me on my personal page where I talk anime, wrestling, the sports. All right, who is T Fizzle on the X? And of course, you can go to the website iesportsradio.com, follow the other shows, see the schedule. And next week we'll be talking about whether or not it's Rattler season, how his debut went. We're going to talk about how Ole Miss took an L to LSU. Hopefully. We're going to talk about if Northwestern finally got off the schneid. Northwestern, I'm going to need you to do something with yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Change the name. And of course, we'll have more Pels talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. God bless. Good night.